Mushrooms spoil faster than almost any vegetable in your fridge. One wrong storage method, and they turn moldy, slimy, and unusable in just a few days. But the good news is this: with the right storage method, you can keep mushrooms firm, dry, and flavorful for days on end. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to store mushrooms properly, why they spoil so fast, and which techniques actually work, backed by real food science. So if you're tired of throwing money away on slimy mushrooms, then stick around. All right, the first method is the easiest and most effective way to keep your mushrooms fresh for more than a week, and it all starts at the grocery store. You know those plastic-wrapped containers mushrooms usually come in? This packaging is great for transport, but terrible for storage. Plastic traps moisture and turns the container into a humid chamber. Leave mushrooms inside for too long, and they'll sweat, then rot. So the first rule is to remove mushrooms from plastic as soon as you get home. Then, all you need for method 1 is a simple brown paper bag. Do not wash your mushrooms before storing them. Instead, use a dry paper towel or a soft brush to gently remove any visible dirt. Washing adds excess moisture, which is mushrooms' #1 enemy. Could you tell me where you are watching me from? It's nice to know that we can connect from around the world. Drop your country or city in the comments. Once they're clean, gently place the whole, unwashed mushrooms into the brown paper bag. Mushrooms are basically little sponges, made of up to 90% water. The paper bag acts as the perfect gatekeeper. It's breathable, so it absorbs the excess moisture that mushrooms release, which prevents them from getting slimy. And it also protects the mushrooms from drying out too fast. After packing, fold the top of the paper bag over a couple of times, and then you are ready to store. Place the paper bag on a main shelf in your fridge, not the crisper drawer. The crisper is designed to hold in humidity, which is great for lettuce, but terrible for mushrooms. This paper bag method is simple, cheap, and effective. With this method, your mushrooms will stay firm and fresh for a solid 5 to 7 days, and sometimes even longer. If you don't have paper bags or want a cleaner look, then this second method is perfect for you. You'll just need a large glass jar or an airtight container and some paper towels. Just like before, start with clean, dry, unwashed mushrooms. Place a paper towel at the bottom of your container to act as the first line of defense against moisture. Then gently fill the jar with your mushrooms. As we are doing that, please take a quick moment to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you are enjoying it so far. I share simple and practical food hacks every week, and you don't want to miss them. After, top the mushrooms with another paper towel. Close the lid but not tightly. Leave it slightly ajar. This method works on the same principle as the paper bag, just in a more controlled way. The paper towels are super efficient at wicking away any dampness, keeping the air inside dry and the mushrooms pristine. Place the jar on the middle shelf of the refrigerator, and be sure to replace the paper towels once they become damp after a couple of days. This storage method will keep your mushrooms fresh and firm for 7 to 10 days. Now, let's talk about long-term preservation. If you find a great sale on mushrooms or bring home a massive haul from the farmer's market, you can't possibly eat them all in 2 weeks. This is where your freezer becomes your best friend. Frozen mushrooms can last for 6 months or even longer. But first, a word of caution. You can freeze mushrooms raw, but you probably shouldn't. Because they have such high water content, raw freezing creates large ice crystals that destroy their cell structure. When they thaw, they'll turn into a mushy, unpleasant mess, really only good for blended soups or stocks where texture doesn't matter. For the best flavor and texture, you'll want to sauté your mushrooms before freezing them. Start by giving the mushrooms a quick rinse in cold water, just enough to remove any surface dirt. Avoid soaking them, because mushrooms act like sponges, and too much water will dilute their flavor and make them soft and rubbery when cooked. After rinsing, pat them completely dry with a paper towel to preserve their natural texture. And don't peel your mushrooms. Their skin contains antioxidants and valuable nutrients that are lost when removed. The skin also holds up beautifully under heat, helping the mushrooms caramelize better and develop a deeper, richer flavor. If your mushrooms are more than 1 inch, slice or quarter them to a uniform thickness. Then, heat a bit of oil in a pan and add the mushroom. Cook them until they've released all their liquid and it has evaporated. You want them fully cooked and just starting to brown. This process gets rid of some of the water, which is the key to avoiding that dreaded mushy texture later on. Once cooked, let them cool, then spread them in a single layer on a parchment-lined baking sheet to flash freeze. Pop the tray in the freezer for an hour or two until they're solid. This is a crucial step to prevent them from clumping into a giant, unusable brick. Once they're individually frozen, you can toss them into a freezer bag, squeeze out the air, and they're good for months. Now, if you have sliced mushrooms and plan to use them soon, you can store them in the refrigerator for about 3 to 5 days. Just grab an airtight container and line the bottom with a dry paper towel. Add your pre-sliced mushrooms. Then place another paper towel on top before sealing the container. The towels absorb excess moisture, which is the biggest reason mushrooms spoil quickly. Finally, store the container on the middle shelf of your refrigerator, where the temperature stays more stable. So there you have it. Fantastic and effective ways for keeping mushrooms fresh for much, much longer. You can grab a paper bag for everyday freshness, use a jar for a 2-week buffer, or freeze for long-term preservation. Now you have a whole toolkit to make sure those beautiful mushrooms never go to waste again. You'll save money, cut down on food waste, and have amazing mushrooms ready to go whenever you need them. Now I'm curious, what's your favorite way to store mushrooms? Or do you have a secret technique I didn't mention? Please let me know in the comments below. I love learning new kitchen hacks from you all. And if you found this guide helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips to make your food last longer and your kitchen run smarter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.